She had had several heart attacks and she didn't even know it. Like, you're basically saying that she's going to die. But just even thinking about it is just making me upset. Hey y'all, so I'm back with another video. I know I told y'all I was going to be recording this video like right after I did my natural everyday makeup look for a minimalist. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell also, just so you can get notifications as to when I post new videos. So yeah, I'm back here. And I'm just ready just to talk to y'all a little bit. Hopefully I don't get a little emotional because I really don't like doing that, but I still want to come on here and just talk to y'all a little bit and just tell you all a little bit about what's been going on in my life, where I've been, why I had to take a pause here on my channel and stuff like that. So let's get into it. I really don't know where to start, but I know I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been really busy lately. As you all may or may not know, I am in the military. So I've been doing a lot with the military as far as working days. And then I actually graduated. So I was in school. I finished my senior year. I just graduated in May. So I was really trying to focus on school. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. You know, it's kind of like you get hit with that, oh, what are you going to do when you graduate? You know, like, do you have a job lined up and stuff like that? So I was really mainly, I don't want to say in the dumps, but I felt kind of like, hey, you gotta figure out what you want to do, which I really know what I want to do. I mean, I want to stay here on YouTube and with you all, and I know I am in the military, of course, and I've been doing that since I graduated, where, you know, working my military job and traveling. So the day after I graduated, I went to Cuba, and I went to Cuba for 10 days. I actually had an amazing time in Cuba. Cuba was, oh my God, it really just gave me a sense of peace, and it just showed me, like, I don't know, I was just so happy. Like, I was so happy in Cuba. I got to think a lot. It was not a lot of social media. It was not a lot of television, you know, like watching negative stuff on TV, because that can kind of have an effect on how you live your day-to-day life. You may watch something on TV and be like, oh, I want to do that. I want to live like that. You really can't ask or question your life, because at the end of the day, God chose His life for you. I mean, not to say that I was like that. I really don't watch a lot of TV anyways, but I know it's some people out there that look at other people's life, may it be on TV or social media, and then just get the idea that it's just so easy to achieve that status, and they try to find an easy way out. I really don't know, but I just, you know, just seeing other people fall short just because they're trying to be somebody else. And I actually know somebody that's like this, but I try to tell them all the time, like, you can't sit here and flex. I'm gonna use the word flex. And you really just don't want to live this fake life. And I try to tell this person that, like, it's not all about materialistic things. Of course, yes, people like nice things. If you can afford nice things, get nice things. And especially if you're not going to be hurting at the end of the day. If you can afford to do that without hurting at the end of the day, then do it. They're just spending all of their money that they're constantly earning on that type of stuff. And at the end of the day, that's how they choose to live their life. What are you saving? Are you saving your money? Like, are you going to have something to fall back on if you have a rainy day or a rainy week or a rainy month? You know, like, what are you going to do if something like that happens? Like, you have to have a backup plan. And I learned this at a very young age, because both of my parents work hard, and they have worked their entire life just to build an empire. You know, he wanted us to know that stuff doesn't come easy. You have to work for it. I choose to go out and work. I joined the military. I wanted to have something, not necessarily to fall back on, but I wanted to do something that was going to change my life, that was going to uplift me and help me in the long run. And that's exactly what the military did. A lot of people doubted me when I joined the military, or when I said I was going to join, or you're not going to join. But actually my best friend, she wanted to join. That's how I ended up even thinking about the military. But my best friend, she actually wanted to join, and I told her, I was like, okay, we were going to do the buddy system, so I was going to go in with her. And so we took the test together. Came time, well, we graduated. When it came time to actually go, she didn't want to do it anymore, so she kind of backed out on me. But I mean, that's fine. I mean, you can't make anybody do anything they don't want to do. But I stuck with it. I actually went in the military. I went to basic training, and I did it. You know, I did it on my own, and I was just happy that I accomplished something so big. It was honestly one of the best decisions that I made in my life, joining the military. I have a really good job. I mean, I love what I do, and I could do it every day, you know, if I wanted to. So, but yeah, so I was really focused on my school, and when I went to Cuba, like I said, it was just a whole nother world. I loved Cuba. Like, I really want to go back. Like, Cuba was amazing. But yeah, it just gave me a whole nother look on life, and I love that about going overseas. I actually went to Africa before in 2007, but I really want to go back because at the time I was young. I didn't really appreciate, I mean, I had fun. I had a nice trip, but I didn't really appreciate it. I was gone for 2 weeks. It was my first time ever being away from home. I was homesick. I was ready to come home. But, like, I really want to go back. So, yeah, so I really want to go back now that I'm older. I appreciate things a whole lot more. And, but yeah, going overseas definitely gives you another look on life, and like, wow, like, God is so amazing. He created these beautiful places, and it's like, that's really one reason why I really want to travel the world. Like, I'm looking into finding a job right now, another job that I can travel, because after I went to Cuba, I came home for like a few weeks, and then I went to Europe. And I went to Europe on business, and I was in England. And of course, I went to London, and I got to go to Paris, and I also got to go to Belgium. So that was a nice experience also. I just love traveling, honestly, but I'm not really going to make that a reason why I took a pause on doing my YouTube, but it did play a part in why. But yeah, it was a lot going on in my life at the time. And you know, just time just keeps ticking. Time keeps going. Oh, y'all know that time waits for no man. So, I mean, I was just trying to keep things going, and I really wanted to keep content coming for y'all, but at the end of the day, I kind of fell short. I was upset at myself for doing that because I didn't want to leave y'all hanging. But that's why I'm back. That's why I'm here, like, just to talk to y'all a little bit and tell y'all a little bit about my experience. The first time I took my pause, I took 2 pauses. I took the first pause, I was becoming an AKA, and I also got into a bad car wreck. So that car wreck, oh my God, it took a toll. I totaled my car. My car flipped over. I'm actually going to do a story time about it, because every time I tell like somebody what happens, like the whole story about my wreck, basically what I can remember, but I tell them the whole story of what happened, and they're like, wow, that sounds like something out of a movie. And it really does. So I really want to share that with y'all also. So stay tuned for that. And that gave me another look on life also, just looking at how God spared my life. And it's definitely a testimony, and it's like makes you look at life a whole lot different. Like, wow, like I could have died. God gave me another chance. I clearly have a purpose to be here. So yeah, that's another reason. That's something else that happened when I took my first pause, and then I came back for a little bit, and then I took this pause that I'm just leaving in the past. So yeah, so my aunt was sick. My aunt still is sick. I was actually still working at Mac. I finally resigned from Mac, which gave me, oh my God, so much peace. Like, I was so stressed out working at Mac. Well, the location that I was working at, I mean, it was definitely time. I definitely outgrew that job. I was there for over 3 years. So, I mean, it was time for me to go. Like, I was ready. This was before the school year ended, is when I resigned. But my manager, She was just not sympathetic at all as to what I was going through at the time. Like, my aunt, she actually had a hole in her heart, and my mom took her to the doctor one day. She went to her house and took her to the doctor, and because she was like turning colors. Her skin was turning colors, and my mom was really light skinned, so my mom just knew something was wrong. So my mom took her to the hospital. They ran some tests, and they ended up putting her in a hospital. And come to find out, she had a hole in her heart. She was having heart attacks, and she had several heart attacks, and she didn't even know it. So they had to do emergency surgery, open heart surgery on her, to go in and try to cover up the hole in her heart. And when she had her surgery, I had to go into work that day. And my manager, she was just, oh my goodness, she was just not helpful at all. I called her, just to try to have someone to talk to about it, and kind of let her know, like, I don't think I can make it a full day at work giving people good customer service while I'm on edge like this. Like, I'm worried about my aunt. She's in surgery. Like, I just, I don't think I can do it. And I rarely call out. I can count on one hand how many times I called out, and including that time. And she just was like, well, what are you going to do? And she was just so, oh my goodness, she was just so nasty. She was like, well, you need to get your butt to work and this and that, like, just basically trying to tell me off. And I'm like, I cannot believe this lady is talking to me like this when I'm going through such a hard time with what's going on with my aunt. Like, I just really couldn't believe it. And then she had the nerve, oh my goodness, this hit the nail on the head right here. Like, she was like, well, you're going to have to plan a funeral next. Are you going to call out for that? Now you're going to have to call out for a funeral. And when she said that, like, why would you say something like this? And I ended up having I told my mom was like, I cannot believe that. Like, why would she say something like that? Of course, that's my mom's sister. Like, you're basically saying that she's going to die. And I just couldn't believe, just even thinking about it, it's just making me upset. But it was definitely time for me to leave MAC. So I ended up leaving MAC, which gave me a little more time to study and work on my schoolwork, and I'm just so happy. Like, no more working every weekend. I was literally working every Saturday, every Sunday, and during the week, going to school, working nights, working weekends. But at the end of the day, I mean, it was just time. I mean, thank God I left on a good note. I left on a good note with MAC. The regional manager, she actually told me, she ended up coming by, whatever, but I ended up resigning. But she did tell me that if another position came open, another store or another location, that I could have first dibs on that. But I'm really working on me right now. So working on my YouTube channel, of course. Like, I'm trying to come on here and basically let you all know that I'm human too. Like, I'm no robot. Not at all. I'm far from a robot. Like, I'm just sitting here just thinking about what has transpired, like, in my life thus far, and it's only made me stronger, honestly. I could just say right now, like, I just can't believe it. Like, I'm just happy to be back here on YouTube and working on a whole bunch of different things. I'm really into fitness. I'm working on becoming a vegan. So I'm really a vegan. Like, I haven't eaten meat in about 2 weeks. So I've been really trying to push myself to do it. But like I said, I never had time to do it. I mean, it was just so much stuff. Like, time management is one thing that I'm really working on. So I really didn't have time to do it, is what I'm saying. But of course, I could have made time. Like, you make time for what you love, and I love my YouTube channel, so I'm definitely going to start making more time for it. I'm going to be posting every week again, so hopefully I'll look forward to that. I'm going to be doing more travel vlogs. Like I said, I just went a couple of places and I did vlogs for each place. And fitness, so I'm going to be working on fitness. I work out about 3 times a week. So I'm going to be showing y'all how to grow a booty, you know, because at one point I didn't have this booty that I have. And squats, gym grown, no silicone is what got me here. So yeah, so I'm starting to get a little hoarse because I'm just talking. Hopefully it doesn't sound like I'm rambling, but I just still want to come on here and just tell you all a little bit about what's been going on in my life lately. Like, in no way, shape, or form am I here like to try to make y'all feel sorry for me or anything like that. Like, I'm just telling y'all what's been going on in my life. Like, clearly I've been dealing with it because I'm here, you know. So I'm good. I motivate me to do what I gotta do, to put my mind to it and do it. And that's really all you have to do. Like, motivate yourself to do something, get up and do it, and I'm back and better than ever. Like, it's just life. I mean, a lot of people have ups and have downs. It's always something going on. Some people just feel like they can't win for losing. But at the end of the day, you got to make it do what it do. You got to get up. You got to motivate yourself. You got to get up and grind. And that's just how it is. I mean, that's just how it's always going to be. Like, nothing is given to you. Nothing is free. You know, you just want to be at a point in your life where you feel motivated, you feel like you can do anything you put your mind to, and that's always a good state to be in. I try to be like this all the time, but at the time, I tell you, my aunt was going through a lot, my family was going through a lot, and my aunt is my godmother. Like, she means the world to me. And sometimes you feel like you can't win. Sometimes you feel like it's just never gonna end. The pain will never stop. But at the end of the day, my auntie made it through her surgery. She's alive, and that's really all that matters. And I'm just happy to say, I mean, I owe it to no one but God, because I prayed for days like this that she would be okay, because she was really going through a lot. We were so worried about her, and yeah, so she made it through, and that's all that matters. I'm just letting you all know, stuff happens, life happens, and at the end of the day, all you got to do is pray about it, give it to God, and let Him handle the rest. And you motivate yourself to get up, keep going, and you can work on being the best person you can be. So hopefully you all enjoyed this video. I really didn't want to make it too long, but I mean, if you a ride or die, hopefully you watch it until this point. But yeah, so I hope to see you all in my next video. I got a lot of content coming, and hopefully y'all can relate to it if you're into fitness, like if you're into traveling, if you're into fashion, hair, and makeup, and different lifestyle stuff. So I might get on here and talk about relationships again, I don't know, and talk about what I'm doing in my life right now, you know, just to stay strong, and hopefully I find me a man soon. Hopefully. But anyways, yes, I will see you all later. Bye. Oh Lord, look at this. See, I'm up here running my mouth and I done messed up. That booty. That big old booty. So what's up? It's your girl KturaK.